Good evening and welcome to the news at 10. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas discussed with Jordanian Minister of Agriculture Khalid means to boost agricultural trade between Jordan and Palestine. Both sides agreed to enhance the agricultural sector through establishing a joint marketing company that will serve both countries' interests. The meeting also touched on Jordan's participating in the Date Palm Festival in Palestine. President Abbas thanked Jordan for its continuous support to the Palestinians in all fields, stressing the deep brotherly relations between both countries. UN Special Envoy Staffan de Mistura said the United Nations hoped for a direct negotiation between the government and a still to be formed unified Syrian opposition in October or November. De Mistura said he expected a meeting in October, possibly in Riyadh, among the three opposition delegations to take the stock of the realities on the ground with a view to consolidation. He also said that a letter from Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu in early August had paved the way for Russian military police to be staged along the route of a UN Red Cross convoy, which reached the besieged rebel-held town of Douma in eastern Ghouta near Damascus today. The successful convoy, the first since May, consisted of 50 trucks carrying relief items for 35,000 people. A Palestinian security guard was killed and several others wounded when a suicide bomber blew himself up in the Gaza Strip. A spokesman for the Palestinian Ministry of Interior and National Security said that security forces attempted to stop two persons from crossing the border when one of them blew himself up, killing a security guard, injuring the second person and scores of security men. The spokesman added that the injured were transferred to nearby hospitals for treatment. At least 13 people were killed and dozens were injured after a white van plowed into a crowd in Barcelona's busy tourist area. The suspect mounted a pavement in the early evening at the city's iconic Las Ramblas area, which is full of shops and restaurants. Police are treating the incident as a terrorist attack. Here's more.
Several have been killed or wounded after a van plowed into dozens of people in Barcelona in what police are calling a massive crash. An armed manhunt underway for the driver, who authorities say fled on foot. They're treating it as an attack, although the motive isn't immediately clear. Social media showing people scrambling to get away from the area. Emergency services have shut down public transport in the vicinity. The incident happened on Las Ramblas Avenue, a busy area for pedestrians packed with tourists. An estimated 11 million tourists visit the city every year. The crash would add to a wave of militant attacks across Europe, many using vehicles as their weapon. Over 100 have been killed in the last year using this tactic.
The U.S. military said one soldier was killed in eastern Afghanistan during an operation with Afghan forces against Daesh terrorist group. The military said the service member died as a result of wounds. It also said that other U.S. and Afghan forces were injured and medically evacuated. South Korean President Moon Jae-in said South Korea was united and restored from the ruins of the Korean War, and he will certainly prevent a war. He added that U.S. President Donald Trump has promised to seek Seoul's approval before pursuing any option against nuclear-armed North Korea. The United States and South Korea will still go ahead with joint military drills next week, resisting pressure from North Korea and its ally China to hold the exercises. China, North Korea's main ally and trading partner, has urged the United States and South Korea to scrap the drills in exchange for North Korea calling a halt to its weapons programs. Russia, however, called on the world to show restraint, saying it was vital to avoid doing anything that would result in reaching a point of no return. Not only was Pakistani education activist Malala Yousafzai the youngest winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, but she also won a place to study at Oxford University. Yousafzai said she was excited after being accepted at Oxford to study politics, philosophy and economics. Here's more.
She won the Nobel Peace Prize for her campaign against Taliban efforts to deny women education. And now Malala Yousafzai has won something else, a place at one of the UK's most prestigious educational establishments, Oxford University. The 20-year-old, who lives in Britain, tweeting her delight on Tuesday as students across the UK received their final school results.
The extremists tried all their best to stop me. They tried to kill me, and they didn't succeed. And it is a clear evidence that no one can stop me. And this means that now this is a new life, this is a second life, and it is for the purpose of education.
The Pakistani education activist came to prominence when a Taliban gunman shot her in the head in 2012. She was just 17. She was treated in the UK and after recovering from the attack attended school there.
Now I can even walk, I can even run now.
Yousafzai has been accepted to study politics, philosophy and economics. Previous students of the same course at Oxford include former British Prime Minister David Cameron and late Pakistani Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto.
And finally, the weather forecast: a cool night and a normal summer day tomorrow, with temperatures in Amman reaching a high of 33 degrees. The Gulf of Aqaba should expect a warm night and a hot day tomorrow, with 40 degrees, light winds and calm seas. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news. I'm Balkar. Have a lovely weekend.